Hello and welcome to Colins Time to Bake. This week we're going to be making a treacle ginger orange wreath cake. Yay! So this recipe actually comes from my friend Lucy's mum. So thank you very much Lucy's mum for the recipe. I hope I do it justice. I have changed the recipe slightly in that there was no orange in before, but I thought I'd make it a little fruity. Because I'm a little fruity. The recipe that I got was originally in cups and ounces, which I realised was not my cups, because US cups and UK cups are different sizes. If you are converting, please note this. I think the ratios will still be the same, but it's going to be like a huge amount in comparison. Right, so what you need is 450 grams of self-raising flour, 150 grams of caster sugar, 100 grams of lard, butter or Crisco shortening, 2 teaspoons of ginger, but because I love ginger, I'm making a tablespoon of ginger. A teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of bicarb of soda, 150 milliliters of treacle or dark molasses, and then 1.5 cups of boiled water. So, I'm going to be boiling the kettle while we do this. Fingers crossed it boils in time. And we're going to be putting this all into a bundt tin. This one is a 23 centimeter bundt tin, but you can put it in any other size, as long as it's filled up to 2/3 of the way. That's all that really matters. If you fill it too high, it'll overflow. If you don't fill it enough, it'll just be a sad little flat thing. I have already done a wreath. Did this a few years ago where I made a chocolate whiskey cake for Renshaw icing, and I decorated the top with Renshaw icing. So you feel free to go and watch that video at some point if you fancy making it a little bit more boozy. I guess you could put rum in this one. Rum would go nicely in this one. A nice spiced rum like Kraken or Morgan Spice would go good in this one. Anyway, let's get started. So preheat your oven to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, 150 degrees Celsius or gas mark 3. That'll be that ready then. Okay, start by putting your self-raising flour into a bowl. You can sieve this in if you're feeling fancy. I haven't, I'm not fancy. Then add your 100 grams of caster sugar and your teaspoon, or in my case tablespoon, of ground ginger. Add a teaspoon of salt, which seems a lot, but it brings out the flavour, and a teaspoon of bicarb of soda. Now these are all of your dry ingredients. You want to mix these all in together, and then you'll want to add in your butter, lard or shortening. Now with this you're going to have to get stuck in with your hands. You want to rub the mixture together so it makes like a fine breadcrumb, and also that all the butter or fat is mixed in to everything like a mixture. So with all this on the go. So while I'm mixing this all together with my hands, I will politely remind you that I have a subscribe button. If you want to watch various videos of me baking, videos of me singing, videos of me going places around the world and talking about myself, then this is the place to come. So feel free to hit subscribe and find out what's going on with all these for Colins Time to Bake, Colins Time for Tea and Colins Time for Travel. And that's the kettle boiled. Good timing! Right. At this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my orange and my grater, and I'm going to grate in the rind into the mixture, which will give it this lovely orangey zesty scent. Mix it back in with your hands, get it all in there. Oh, it's going to be super festive. And then pour in your treacle. To mix this in using a spoon rather than your hands, just because you're going to need to pick up your kettle in just a second. And this should hopefully all come together. Good job. Safety first, people. Safety first. So my lovely measuring jug has decided to crack because I used cheap plastic. That's fun. Okay, now this is going to be hot, shockingly enough. So please do this in stages. Pour a little bit in, mix together with your spoon or spatula. Don't use your hands because this is boiled water. Now I'm telling you, if you like, you could always throw in, if you wanted to, you could always throw in some raisins or sultanas in there. Make it like a fruitcake, but that's only up to you if you really want to do this. It kind of is like a fruitcake mixture. Oh, it's very runny. You can also add any other spices if you want to, maybe some clove in there, get it really going, but it smells so good, very molassesy. Now this recipe will be available on my website, colinstimetobake.com, so you can see a written down copy and then you can use this video to follow along with. Okay, Now it's time, take your mixture and you want to pour this into your bundt tin. Ooh. Let it fill around the edges, all the way around. And get all the mixture in, because why would you want to waste it? Now, the beauty of this, and the one that I have made just now, is the fact that it is 100% vegan. But if you're using butter, then obviously that takes that away, or lard, that again takes that away. But that doesn't matter, because that's up to you and your own flavors and what your own lifestyle has. So, this recipe is fully adaptable to yourself or any of the guests that you're having around this festiveness. So now you want to pop it into the oven for about 1 hour. Ooh, good luck, Kate, good luck. So I'll see you on the other side.
Cherry jar, Ghost Bar, hit space bar. Baking cakes makes you popular. Feed your friends, they won't be far.
In the boudoir.
You missed a bit. Film it again. Film it again.
Gata noir. Play guitar. Don't care if I get fatar. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. Shooting star. Don't bake too long or it may char. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. Gata noir. I'm bizarre. Use golden castor sugar. Gata noir. Alan Carr. Au revoir.
Time to take it out the oven. So you know that it's ready. I would say check it about the 45-50 minute mark, just to make sure that it is ready. Stick a knife in. If the knife comes out clean, which mine does, then it is ready. Oh! So flip this upside down and hope that it comes out of the tin. Right, so that bit's done. Now we need to see if it's gonna come out of the tin. Something's moved. Hope it's all come out as one. Sugar. Oh, it's stuck to the tin. Ah, no. So word to the wise, make sure that you dust your tin with something before you put it in. Damn. Okay, we're going for take 2 of the cake. But the real question is it going to stay in the tin? Or is it gonna pop out? Who can say? Just gonna give it a wee shake, just to loosen it off. I'm just genuinely terrified. I don't think I'd be able to handle it if it didn't work again. Please work. Okay. Oh, I'm so scared. Got decorating to do, I've got everything ready.